When you grow up in New Jersey, you sometimes need a thick skin. You are often called upon to defend the Garden State. That is, until Bruce Springsteen came along. You see, he became everything to those of us growing up during that time at the Jersey Shore. Tonight on HBO, a documentary takes us back to when he was 27 back in 1977, making Darkness on the Edge of Town. It was the album that had to follow Born to Run, and the pressure was on this talented and decidedly scrawny young musician. But as I made clear to him in an exclusive interview at his home in Jersey just yesterday, the only bad thing about the documentary was learning that while we were chasing Bruce up and down the shore every weekend trying to figure out where he was going to play on a given Saturday night, he was in the town next to ours, unbeknownst to anyone, in a rented farmhouse, making his masterpiece follow-up album. You're in Homedale years ago. Would it have killed you to call a buddy in Middletown? I was 3 miles away, at most, sitting in my house. Already a fan.
I could have used the company, let me tell you.
Would it have killed you to just reach out to a brother and say, we're having trouble with some of these tracks, come on over, we need your wisdom? Or was that just too much for you?
Like I said, I could have used the company because I was sitting there suffering by myself most nights, you know. And I'd gotten into this sort of vampire-like sleeping schedule of going to bed around 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning and sleeping till 4 and then writing all night, you know. And this went on for at least an entire winter. And until I suffered from severe light deprivation and tried to switch it around a little.
Oh, every night I see a light shine up in your window.
But it was a long, lonely vigil in 1977.
Born to Run comes out. Cover of Time magazine. Causes guys like me to say to people, yes, I'm from New Jersey. Becomes a source of great pride.
Right.
And what were the stakes as you sat down to record Darkness?
Well, part of the stakes were that it also caused somebody at the IRS to say, who is this guy and why hasn't he paid any taxes yet? so that was a problem. People finally, they found out that we existed because we had all been living off the grid in New Jersey for so many years. I simply never met anyone who'd paid taxes, you know.
You never flew an airplane, any of you.
We never flew. I don't believe anybody in the band was ever in an airplane until we had our first record deal, you know. And they flew us to Los Angeles, and we were like, you know, kids on a magic carpet. But it was a funny period of time.
And a funny thing happened during the interview. I could tell something was bothering Bruce. It turned out he thought all along the wrong man was holding the guitar.
You've got a little bit of the 1960s folk singer thing going here, college folk singer vibe.
Yeah. I got this guitar and I learned how to make it talk.
That's good, man.
That's good, huh? I thought it was a good line. Might have made a good song lyric someday.